any progress, people? Seeing as we can't be at the gym for core flex and move velocity, I'm going to bring you some stretching from my kitchen to your home. Anybody that are not a regular to these classes and wants to use this time at home to get into a new routine, try something new, I'm going to post these kind of 10-15 minute yoga flows as a real introduction into what we do in yoga. We all can't wait to be back in the gym lifting weights, but wouldn't it be nice that when we get back in there we feel a whole lot more supple, a whole lot more mobile, and kind of unlock a new skill in yoga and flexibility training. So if you're at home, if you've got a mat, grab a mat, pop it down on the floor. If you want to do this on carpet, it works equally as well. Ditch your shoes, ditch your socks, come barefoot, and we're going to go through just some kind of basic yoga skills today. Hopefully it'll bring you a little bit of calm and meditation as well. So take a seat on your mat, come and join me. Sitting with your legs anywhere that feels right for you. You can be out long, outstretched, crossed like me. You're just going to bring your hands onto your knees and take a moment to ground your energy down into the floor on your mat. Taking a little push from side to side with palms through to knees. Maybe a little rock in the sit bones and the hips so you feel grounded towards the floor in your seated position. You're going to take a big breath in for me. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, pull them back and down, setting the shoulder blades together behind you. Using your hands now as a little prop. Arms like a scaffolding for the spine. Grow tall. Inhale. Keep pulling those shoulder blades back down and together. Lift the breastbone up to the ceiling. Take a big exhale. Keep working sit bones towards floor. And as you inhale next time, keep growing tall through the spine. Free the arms, release and take them overhead. Interlacing our hands and pushing them up to the ceiling. If it feels right for your wrists, we can take a little stretch here. We're going palms to ceiling. Keep inhaling, growing tall, pulling the shoulder blades back so we're high on the sit bones. Release the hands. Take right hand in, right wrist in left hand. Breathe in, grow tall, pull up to the ceiling. Exhale, take a little side bend. Thinking about inhaling, pulling that top elbow back so the ribs are open. Exhaling, going a little further. Inhale, back up through center. Keep growing tall in the spine. Change wrists. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over. As you take the next inhale breath, we're going to come all the way up to the ceiling. Release those wrists. Bring right hand by your side. Exhale, come all the way over into a nice side bend here. Might be enough to stay propped on the hand. If you make it, you could bring forearm down by the side. Use this top arm to reach across. Feel a little spreading and opening through your rib cage and your waist. Inhale, wrap and turn the ribs, pull top shoulder back. Exhale, go further. Inhale up through center, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, off and over to the other side. Resting your side bend here on your hand, or if you make it a little lower onto the forearm, think inhale, top shoulder and elbow back. Exhale, reach long. Inhale as you come all the way up, float the hands down by your side, reach them forward, and I want you to think about pushing your pelvis and your sit bones back. As you walk your hands forward, relax the chin onto the chest. Take a little seated fold here. Should feel this one stretch right on the outer part of your hips, your glutes, and into the lower back. Relaxing any tension out of the neck so the head is heavy. You might see a little guest come through this video quite a few times. And lowering the forehead towards the floor. Doesn't matter if your head is not near the floor. You just want to be folded enough to feel this one stretching up and into the lower back and the hips. Inhale, rise up, tall hands back in. You're going to pop both of your hands to your mat by your side, and then taking a little stand up, come through our first forward fold here. So feet can be as wide or as narrow as feels right for you. It's quite traditional in yoga to take your feet super close together. And we want to focus more about being comfy in this yoga flow today. So about hip width or a little closer together. Take a big exhale breath, lower the chest and the head down. Fingertips on the floor if you make it. If you're not quite there with your flexibility today, you can bring hands onto shins, is absolutely fine. And then I want you to bend your knees just enough that you're not feeling the stretch right in the hamstrings. We're getting a little more length and rounding into the lower back, as well as into the top of the hamstrings and the glutes. Taking a little pedaling motion through the legs. Start to ease that hamstring stretch a little lower by straightening one knee, bending opposite knee, and then lifting the heels off the floor as you pedal through the legs. You might feel a little side to side shifting in the hips here as well. Just allow that movement to come all the way through the legs. As you take your last inhale breath, exhale, find both feet flat to the floor. Bend the knees super low until the chest and collarbones lift, and then by flaring the arms wide, come all the way up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, draw the hands down behind the back. Interlace the fingers and lift the chest high. Squeeze shoulder blades together. We're going to come through our first little sequence here today. We've got a couple of levels to work through. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, forward fold all the way down to the floor. Taking as much knee bend as your hamstrings need to find your fingertips to your mat. You're going to step one and then both feet back and bring your body into this high plank position. In high plank round one, we're going to take it steady, pop the knees to the floor, flatten the feet, and then by drawing the elbows in, squeezing the triceps, what you do, lift your chest high so the spine is straight, and then bring the elbows narrow into the waist, and bring your shoulders forward of your wrists, to lower your body all the way down to a lying position. With the toes flat to the floor, we're active in the tummy. Think about pulling the belly button away from your mat. And level one, we're going to come into a little sphinx pose. So elbows narrow to the chest, hands flat to the floor, pushing the forearms down into the mat to lift your chest and collarbones. Feel that nice, gentle spine extension here. Pulling the shoulder blades towards the glutes, lifting the chest and the head, feel a little energy coming down through your spine. Exhale, lower the body to the floor, all the way. Reset hands by chest. And by tucking over the knees and then the toes, we're going to push ourselves up into our first down dog today. So down dog, we are here, feet hip width, hands shoulder width. Soft bend in the knees, lifting the heels off the floor. Your first job is to straighten off your spine and target your tailbones right up to the ceiling. So think about pushing pelvis high, pulling shoulder blades back and together, and then only when you've got that length in your spine, can we think about sinking into the heels, maybe straighten the knees a little bit more, finding hamstring stretch as well. Breathe in, lift the head, look forward. Exhale, step both feet to the front end of your mat. Reset that comfortable position. Take an inhale breath. Bring the hands up the shins. Flat back extension. We roll the shoulders back and together. Lift the chest. Exhale all the way back down to the floor. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, and rise up. Tall, palms together, baby back bend by squeezing the butt and letting the shoulders drop behind you, and lower the arms down. Level one done. Level two, we're going to go for the same sequence again. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold to the floor. But we're going to add a little more intensity as we go. Inhale, come up the shins, flat back extension, shoulder blades together. Exhale. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold hands to floor. Inhale, stepping back through high plank, keeping the butt in line with shoulders and keeping a little pressure on the hands to create some space in the chest. Elbows squeeze the waist. Option to drop onto the knees or lower your body all the way down to the floor here from high plank to low. Flatten the feet, draw the elbows narrow into the waist and just lift your collarbones by pulling the shoulder blades back and together, baby cobra. If your spine feels happy to, we're going to take that further into a cobra by inhaling some energy up into the chest, pushing the hands into the floor. Exhale, tuck the knees, tuck the toes, find your down dog. Straight, strong spine, hips to ceiling. Think exhale, work it back into the heels. Inhale as you look, step both feet forward, land into that lovely forward fold. Inhale, hands up, shins. Flat back extends as we lift the chest, pull shoulder blades together. Exhale as we lower back towards the floor. Inhale, bend the knees and rise. Take a big breath in as you rise up tall. Exhale, float the hands down, palms face forward. Energizing mountain pose. For those of you that are still with me, we got one round to go, a little more intense here. So aim for a full vinyasa flow. So we're going to exhale towards the floor. Inhale up the shins, a little lower if it feels right for you and you can still get that extension in the spine. Start to straighten off the knees in your flat back. Breathe in hard. And then exhale, soften the knees and fold, hands to floor. Inhale, step back into high plank. And this time as you lower down, super slow, send the shoulders forward. I want you to keep your body 2 inches off the floor. Flatten your feet, and then inhale the chest up into up dog, keeping the knees off the floor, the hips and the quads are active here, shoulders pulling down. Exhale, roll over the toes one at a time, straighten off the spine and sink the heels down, pelvis tips to ceiling. Inhale, step both feet together, front end of the mat. Rolling up the shins, as high or as low as you need to, flat back extend. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, float the hands down, palms forward. Take about 4 or 5 breaths here just to settle back in to that lovely feeling of relaxation. Now I'm going to work with you through 3 rounds of that little flow. This is our most basic flow. We're going to need it for the following videos. So, you might have heard me saying inhale, exhale quite a lot. Yoga is most importantly about your breath and the way we breathe through the movements that we pose. So come with me, we've got 3 rounds to go. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale, flat back extends. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, step to high plank. Exhale on knees or toes lower. Inhale, feet flatten, chest up through cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll back through down dog, we shift. Inhale, step or jump the feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, flat back extends, up the shins or fingertips to floor now. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise, push overhead. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold to floor. Inhale, flat back extends. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, strong to high plank. Exhale, remember your options, work through knees or through toes. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we step. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, flat back. exhale, lower. Inhale up, rise, curl through the spine. And exhale, lower. One more time now, I'm going to work through it. I'm going to let you go at your own pace. Just flowing through these movements. As you learn and get a little more familiar with them, try and bring a sense of fluidity where we're not holding any one pose at any time, but moving through, creating one beautiful fluid movement. Inhale as we grow tall, meet me here, an extended mountain pose. Interlace the fingers for me, push up to the ceiling, and take a little baby back bend by squeezing hard through the glutes and the butt. Protect the lower back. Exhale, lean away. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, lower the arms. And inhale, give yourself a little sigh of relief. Well done, everybody. Thank you for joining me. You got a little 10 minutes here. It's something you can practice, something you can do as a warm-up at the start of your home workouts. And if you join me back in my next video, we're going to take it from here a little bit further. We're going to add on some hip work. We'll open up shoulders, upper back. Any requests of stretches that you need for niggles or injuries, drop them in the comments section and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, enjoy this time. We're socially distancing for the best and we're going to learn a really cool new skill in the process.